Hello, my name's Amber.
I'm Charisse.
And we're back with another reaction video. Today we're doing Therion, Fight Fire with Fire. It's one of my favorite Metallica songs, so when I found out that Therion, a great band, did a cover of it, I wanted to do it.
I'm excited to see this cover, because Therion's a great band.
Yep, so they did a good cover of Summer City Nights, which I've never heard the original, but I like the cover, so.
Yeah, it's ABBA.
Yep, so. Which we'll get to probably eventually.
I mean, it's on our list.
Anyway, why don't we just get into this and hear how it goes. For the solo.
Now, this would start out interesting because it was like more classical in the beginning, and then it got heavy.
I felt it was more like had a more folky feel than the original did.
But yeah, it was like more folky, and it had like more classical elements in the beginning.
Yeah, because I think the original was just like a basic like Spanish guitar. If I remember correctly, was what it's supposed to be. It's just, I like how they kept that feel.
Yeah, I thought they added a little bit more to it.
Yeah.
Which I personally like.
I'm thinking that's Christopher that's singing.
I mean, that was my guess since they do say he's lead vocalist. But, of course, you guys can tell us if we're wrong because we're not as up to date on all the Therion. They've had a lot of singers.
Yeah.
So, like...
I am, but I'm not disappointed that it doesn't have the choir. The sound that they usually have. Like, it's... Like, I am, but I'm not. Like, it's good that it doesn't, but I would have still liked to have heard it with it. Just to hear how that would have sounded.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't gone through the whole song. There could be a section. But yeah, I will say I like, though, that they kept this more on the heavy side.
Yeah.
Like, this would be a completely different song if they stayed more classical throughout, because they do tend to do that, so... be interesting. Like.
Yeah, and then Christopher or whoever's singing, it's got that like interesting with growly.
Yeah, that is different. Like
James went kind of growly, but not like the singer did here.
Yeah, I mean this. If this is Christopher, he like got really. He's had like that gravelly.
Yeah.
Growl.
This is really good though. I'm enjoying it.
It's really good.
Ready to get back to it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. It sounded like there was another voice in. Unless that was him doing two different kind of growl. I was like, wait. It sounded like it was, well, I don't know how they do it. It sounded like there was either another vocalist or they like layered him.
Because there was that one Semblant, I think it was, that had the male vocalist that did like 5 different types of growls in one song. Like,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I would just like, if that is another vocalist, I would, you know, want to know who they are, because again, we don't know all the people. We know Chris, but
like, yeah, it's so hard with how much they change their singers. Yeah. Like, there's session musicians and there's live musicians and there's, yeah, it's just so hard to keep up with them. They just got so much talent, though.
Yeah, because I would say that other growl was like more high pitched, and the other one was like a lower growl, so it was a nice contrast.
They had like the typical death metal growl, and then they had like the Danny Filth growl, is what I call it, because it's the higher.
Definitely, yeah. This is a very interesting one.
Yeah, I liked it. It was definitely different. They just like Lilac did in the last video. They changed it, but they kept it the same. Like, they made it their own.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They did find the areas to make it their own, like in the beginning, and like just vocally, it was different. Like, James tends to be more on the yelly side.
Yeah. I felt like Christopher here was a little more singy.
He was more singy, and yeah, then he added the growl. And I personally liked the actual singy. Yes, the growl actually worked for this one. So I did like that it was more of an accent.
Yeah. Yeah. This is really good. I liked it. The first half of the solo was a little different. You might not have noticed, but this was like one of my favorite Metallica songs, so I recognize that it was a little different, but it was still really good.
I just like I just love the heavy guitars. Yeah. Like, this was really good. Like, they're just so, Therion is just so talented. Yeah, this was just an interesting cover, and I really liked it. So I think I'm going to give this an 8.75.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things I really like about the song is that opening, how it's like nice, soft, sweet, either with the Spanish guitar or the folkiness that they had, and then it slowly builds up, and then it gets really hardcore, and it's like...
Yeah, because I wasn't sure what to expect, because this one had that more classical... with a little bit of folky element, so I was like, are they gonna do? I was like, oh, are they gonna do classical throughout? And then they got on heavy. I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, this was. So, I just like how that's done. So, okay, guys, please check out links in the description for the original video and all of our social media.
Remember, we have a PayPal and a Patreon. If you want to get your request to the headline, once we get your request, once we get your donation, we will film within that week. And if we have like any issues or delays, we'll contact you.
Until next time, you guys. Bye.
Bye.